Happy video day, guys. Christina, Brooke here. I am so excited for today's video. Okay, so you guys may not know this, but deep down inside, I am like a secret, obsessive Amazon shopper. Okay, so I really love Amazon. I shop a lot on Amazon. I feel like it's just that place that you can like find like all of those things that you didn't know you needed. You actually find them and you're like, where have you been my whole life? Today's video, I'm gonna be sharing with you guys 10 items from Amazon that you did not know you needed. But after this video, I think you're gonna say, I think I need that. So that's what we're gonna do today. But if you haven't done so already, hit subscribe. What are you waiting for? Join the family. I love talking about makeup and fashion and all of these fun things on the channels. Try to keep you guys up to date with everything new, the best of the best, things that are just like perfection. And that's what we're gonna do today. So if you're excited, let's go ahead and let's get into it. Okay, so number one on my list is going to be something that I think is so essential. It's so essential. Like, it's so funny to me because I don't even know what I did without this product. And now that I have it, I brought it with me into the studio because literally a phone holder. Okay, now this is not just any phone holder. This is probably the best phone holder I've ever had before because of the way that it sits. Like, it's just like perfection. It actually has a grip on it, so it holds your phone so good. And I have a massive Apple phone. And you know, every time that I look at how big this thing is, I always wonder to myself, like, why did I have to get such a big phone? Like, it's like a computer, this thing, and it weighs so much. Okay, so it literally sits perfectly on this thing, and I have this next to my desk, which I'll show you guys my little portable desk that's coming, but I have it right next to my desk on this little holder. I open it, I use my phone on here all the time, and then if I want to watch a video, I just flip this little guy over and it holds my phone perfect. It also allows you to move it up and down, so if you're sitting higher, you can move it up, you can move it down. I don't know what I have done without this. Like, this has been so useful. If you work at an office, or if you work from home, or if you have a phone, you need this. And this little green thing that's around it is actually not even part of it. So it actually looks like this. That little green thing is actually from something that I'm gonna show you guys in a minute, but it looks just like this. So this is how it comes. It is so beautiful, and there was different colors. I did get it in white because I wanted it to match my desk perfectly, but they had this in pink. They had it in so many colors. I will be listing this down below, and I really honestly think if you pick this item up, it is going to be a lifesaver for you. I am obsessed. Okay, so the next item is something I picked up from Amazon that is the best thing ever. And like I'm telling you guys, these items are like the best things ever. So, a garlic peeler. I know. Some of you guys are thinking these things don't work. These things do work, okay? So this garlic peeler that I have is the best garlic peeler in the entire universe. And I have had sometimes that I have this in the dishwasher, because I do throw mine in the dishwasher, and I'll just get a garlic out and I'll try peeling it with my fingers. And I'm like, why? Why am I even doing this anymore? This thing works amazing. Put the garlic inside of this little tube. You squeeze down as hard as you can and just roll, and it separates the peel from the garlic, and the garlic pops out like perfect. Like you don't even have to peel it. This is a lifesaver. Honestly, I don't know how I used to peel garlic without this, and I tell everybody who tells me that they hate peeling garlic, you have not found yourself a garlic peeler. So let's get into some like self-care beauty type of things, and I actually just finished putting this in a favorites video, and I have to include this in my Amazon video because, guys, this wet brush is amazing. So if you do not know what a wet brush is, this is meant to be used right when you get out of the shower, so your hair is wet. And if you're like me and you have highlights in your hair, or even if you have curly hair or damaged hair, combing your hair out right when you get out of the shower could be a little bit of a challenge. You feel like you're pulling at your hair. Sometimes I even have to put sprays in my hair just so it's easier to comb. Until I found this little wet brush, okay? So this works wonders. When your hair is wet and you get out of the shower, you just comb through your hair, and it's so easy. I literally use this every time I take a bath, okay? Now, Another thing is, I've said this before and I said this in my favorites video, my daughter hates for me to comb her hair, especially when she gets out of the shower. She has the same problem as me. She has very like silky hair, but it gets knotty and she hates to comb her hair. So when I take her a bath and I go to comb her hair, I have to use a wet brush. It is the only brush that she allows through her hair because it doesn't hurt her. It doesn't pull at the hairs. And that just goes to show you how amazing this brush is. It really works. It works wonders. I am obsessed with it. I actually even use this like just to comb my hair regularly. It actually just leaves your hair looking a little bit more shiny. I don't know. I really love this brush. It came in a bunch of different colors. Like there were so many colors to pick from when it comes to this, and I'm kind of obsessed. I really am. This is a no-brainer. Like I think everybody should have at least one wet brush. All right, so let's talk about sponges, okay? So everybody knows about the infamous Beauty Blender sponges, and I've talked about these sponges on my channel before, but I don't think I've ever actually put them in an Amazon favorites video because this is something I found on Amazon. So these are called Beaky sponges. They look just like this. I just used this one today, and this is the best sponge ever, okay? This is the best dupe that I have found in a long time to the Beauty Blender. It comes in different colors. I think there was black and orange, and it all comes in a pack, and you get so many in a pack. I want to say there's like 10 of them in one pack, and you pay like $7 for it. Like it is ridiculous, okay? If you compare it to like Beauty Blender that you pay like $20 for one little tiny sponge. Now, the only thing that I will say, if anybody decides to buy this, do not use it dry. If you try to use it dry, I don't love it as much as when you wet it. When you wet this sponge, it literally feels like a Beauty Blender. It comes in two different shapes. You're gonna get one that looks just like the Real Technique sponge, and then you have the other one that looks just like the Beauty Blender. So in the pack that I purchased, which I will be listing down below, it comes with both of these, and they're both so useful. This one I use just like the Beauty Blender, and the one with the little sharp edge is the one that I will use to fix up eye mistakes. So I can get really, really close to eye detailing with this one, but these are so good. And like I said, you have to wet them and you will see what I'm talking about. Gone are the days that I will pay $20 for a Beauty Blender. Like I just feel like, why? These work so good. If you get like 10 of them, you can replace them a lot quicker. And since they're so inexpensive, it's a lot easier to digest having to throw them out like pretty quickly, and then instead of continuing to clean them and keep them for a year. So I highly recommend these. I think you should give them a shot. Definitely use them wet, and I think you guys are going to love them. Okay, so we've gone through some really, really cool things, but I have something else to show you guys. If you're somebody who has been looking for an amazing full-length mirror, I found such a great deal on one on Amazon. Now I needed one for my filming space. I don't have like that much space in this room because this is also an office, also like a hangout area. So I didn't want to like kind of like use up the whole room with a mirror. So I wanted something a little smaller, but I definitely wanted something that looked pretty and that I could see my whole body in. And I found this mirror on Amazon. I love the fact that it has a beautiful gold trim on it. It actually looks pretty substantial. It has some nice weight to it. It came in different colors as well. And I just think it's like a perfect mirror. It's perfect for like a bathroom, for a small bedroom, for a dorm room. And honestly, guys, it looks so cute and I love this mirror. I use it so much. If you guys watch any of my fashion videos, you know that this is the mirror that I will model clothes in. I take photographs for Instagram with this mirror. I just feel like it's so convenient. I love the size of it. I also have been able to move it around the room very easily because it's not super heavy. It has weight, but it's not super heavy. So somebody like me, 5'3", 108 pounds, can pick this up and move it around a little bit, and I don't feel like I have to like go to the chiropractor after. So definitely this has been an amazing mirror, such an awesome find from Amazon, and such a good price point. So let's go over my desk, okay? So I'm so excited about my little portable desk. I want to show you guys this. So this was also an Amazon find. Now I needed something, and I think maybe some of you guys can relate to me. I have been working from home, but I'm kind of like watching my daughter at the same time, and I'm doing so many different things. So I need a desk that's movable. I cannot actually be in a physical office in my house because I need to be with the toddler. I need to be like in the living room. And if she wants to move somewhere else, I want to just like roll my desk over to where she is and continue working. I don't have time to stop doing this. So I need to like bring it with me everywhere. So this Rolly desk is so awesome. So it's a perfect size. It fits my laptop great, but it also gives me room to put other things on the desk. I feel so much more comfortable. The best thing too, guys, it goes up and down, so you can elevate it if you have a big chair. If you have a smaller chair, you could bring it down. It has stoppers on the wheels, so you could stop it from moving. And when there's guests over, I could roll it into the bedroom and nobody will know it exists. So I am like obsessed with this Rolly desk. I had considered buying like a permanent desk just to put like there in the living room, like to make it look cutesy. But I was like, why get something permanent when I can get something that can move and I don't have to have it always in the same place? I can move it out of the way. If there's people coming over, that thing can disappear and nobody will ever know it exists. But I am obsessed with my little desk, guys. It literally has been a game changer for me, a game changer. On the desk, if you guys saw the cute little mat, I went and pulled it off. This is the best, okay? So I have this issue. I feel like I have a lot of issues, but I have this issue, okay, that my toddler and her puppy like to run around, which like most toddlers and most puppies, right? But the problem is that they like to get really close to my desk. And before I had this big desk, I had my laptop propped on top of a very small, like side chair desk. Not a good idea. But I've had it like that for a few months. And well, I'll just say that my laptop has nosedived off of this small little desk a few times already. Other reason why I'm so excited about my larger, more substantial desk that I can like move out of the way when they're playing. So that entire story was just to tell you guys that I got this. This is a lifesaver, okay? So this is like a placemat. You put it down on your table or on your desk or whatever it is, and it kind of has a little bit of like a grip to it. It's not a very strong grip, but you put your laptop on it and you feel such a difference between it sitting on this and it just sitting on a desk on its own. It actually adheres to this a little bit better. It feels more stable, and it's sage green. They had other colors, but I'm obsessed with sage green. I'm like, this is like my color. But anyways, so it came in a bunch of different colors, and then also you could put your mouse on it. So you can use your mouse right next to this, and you don't have to have a mouse pad. It just looks a little bit more elegant, just one big piece, and it functions in so many different ways. I'm obsessed with this. It also comes with this, so this is what you guys saw on the phone holder before, but it's just like if you want to take it with you somewhere, it just like comes rolled up in this, and it's just the cutest thing ever. I love this purchase, and if you guys can see, I'm kind of obsessed with my little desk details that I've added just recently, and I'm obsessed. So here's something you didn't know that you needed: an iPad stand. And like this is for kids. Okay, now I think you can use this if you're an adult too, but they sell it mostly for kids. But like, I think that this is like essential. So for my toddler, this has been a dream come true. She always would take her iPad with her places or to dinner, whatever it would be, and trying to lay it up against something, and then I would get like the ketchup bottles, or I would get the Cokes, and I'd put the iPad on it because she didn't want to hold it anymore, until this amazingness came to my life. I love this, okay? So it is so convenient. It holds the iPad inside of it. It also has a lot of cushion. So if this lands and gets thrown across the room, it's not gonna crack on you, so it does have protection to it. And this part, she can hold it like this and walk around. All the time that we take this somewhere, she is walking around with her little iPad, and then you fold it like this and it sits on top of a table just like a TV stand. It is amazing. Now, like I said, I also think that this is really good for adults as well, because if you're somebody who does a lot of work with your iPad, you need to take it with you places, it's great to have it convenient like this. You can hold it in your hand, kind of just like a little briefcase, and then just prop it up on top of a desk, and it literally stays. You don't have to hold this thing. It's so hard to hold all these gadgets all the time, and they weigh so much that it's so convenient to have like a little holder like this. It also is great if you are in bed and you don't want to hold this contraption up. And it's also great if you're laying in bed and you're somebody who likes to like catch up on YouTube or use things while you're lying down in the bed. You know, like holding an iPad up for so many hours is like horrible for your arms. Like my hands hate me if I hold a device for a really, really long time. You can just put this on top of a pillow and you literally can watch everything like if you're watching TV. So this is something you guys probably did not even know that Amazon sold, but Amazon is the best for coffee table books, okay? So if you guys see in my background, I have this beautiful book right here that's called Coco Chanel. This Coco Chanel book is so pretty. I love that it says Chanel across the side. It's such a beautiful coffee table book. You lay this with a bunch of different books on top. They have so many different ones. There was one that even has like pinstripes that you could put the pinstripes on top of this. But it's just like not that many places sell like beautiful side binder books, you know, like so that when you put it on a table you see the sides and the sides look really gorgeous. I love this Coco Chanel one. It literally is the prettiest book ever, and even the front is really elegant. So this was just an amazing Amazon find, and there was actually a few others that I had my eyes on, but this is actually a real book. This is a real beautiful book about Chanel. It's very, very beautiful inside. It's not a huge book, so that's good too, because we're so used to having those ginormous coffee table books, but you don't want to have them all the same size. So this one is actually a smaller book, so you can have a bigger book underneath it. So it gives you those dimensions, but I love this Coco Chanel book, guys. It's one of my favorite Amazon finds. You will see it always in my background because I just think it's so gorgeous. Goes well with the channel, but also it's just, I mean, like, can't you just look at that? I mean, like, just look at that. We are down to the last product, but I saved one of my favorite Amazon finds for last. A battery holder. And you guys don't even know how much you need a battery holder. So I have been looking for a battery holder forever. So I'll be showing you guys the B-roll of me putting this inside so you guys can see what it looks like. So this is what it looks like, not filled with batteries, but what it has is, it's so cool, okay? So you can put all the different size batteries organized in this, okay? So if you're like me, I have a basket that I have the batteries thrown in, and they're usually still inside their containers, and then it becomes a mess and I cannot stand it. And my mom always had this beautiful battery holder on her wall that I always used to look at like, I need one of those. I finally found one on Amazon. I'm so excited to put this on the wall and start filling it up with batteries. It also comes with the best thing ever. If you guys use batteries a lot, especially when Christmas time starts to roll around, you guys know what I'm talking about. This tells you if the batteries are good or not. There is a device in here that you take out and you can plug the battery in, and it tells you if the battery is good or not. You don't have to guess. You don't have to put all the batteries into the gadget that you're trying to turn on and then realize it does not turn on because the batteries are old and they don't work. That will never happen again to me. So I am so excited. I cannot wait to put this on my wall and start filling it up with batteries. And I'm telling you guys, this is a game changer. I mean, when you talk about trying to organize things, this is an organizational dream, as well as helping me figure out which batteries I actually need to repurchase, which always happens to me. How many times do I run out of AA batteries and I think I still have like 2 left and there's none? I will know now. So I am so excited for this Amazon purchase. But anyways, guys, so that is my entire 10 things you didn't know you needed from Amazon, but I think now you're kind of like going, hey, there has to be at least one thing in this video that has made you double take. Let me know which one it is down below. But of course, if you haven't done so already, don't forget to hit subscribe. If you like this video, you want me to do more, don't forget to leave that comment as well. And thanks for watching. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.